Hello, everyone. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Lacey. How's everybody doing today? Can everybody hear me? Paula's not going to be here today. She has a doctor's appointment. That's awesome, Mimi. I'm glad you're doing great today. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Linda. So I wanted to do a checkup on the friendship squares. If anybody's having any issues or problems, or if everything's going good, just kind of see how things were going with that. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Kendra. And then we're going to be doing, me and Paula are going to be doing a tutorial. We're going to follow Mark's tutorial on how to make a hat with the central. And I didn't know if anybody wanted to join us when we do that. Hi, Zoila. Hi, Dee. But that's something we're going to do in the near future. And for the friendship squares, just don't forget we're going to try and push for the end of January to have them done. But it's not, it's a total stressless thing that we're doing. So if we need to go into February, we will. That's awesome, Rebecca. So, but the tutorial of the central is going to be fun, I think, because you can make some really cool hats with the central from what I'm hearing and seeing. Awesome, Zoila. You're such a busy person. Oh my gosh, Dee, are you really? I got mine all out yesterday. I couldn't believe it. And it was all picked up this morning. I'm so glad they come right to my door to get my packages when I mail them out. I've been working on my yarn room. I've made a huge dent back here. And hi, Gloria. Welcome in. Oh, that's cool. Awesome, Mimi. But I'm finding a lot of things that I forgot I had, and finding things I didn't know I had. So Henry and Marilee are excited about doing another giveaway soon. They just keep asking, where'd you get this? Where'd you get this? It's like, I don't know. But I also want to do a scrap project sometime soon. I've never done one. Hi, Michelle. Yes, please let your wrist rest. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, it's just been crazy. It's like, what on earth, you know? But I'm one of them that likes to put things away so I can find it later and then forget where I put it. So sometimes it's like Christmas around here when you find something. Well, matter of fact, the one year we found Christmas presents in the closet that I totally forgot about. So the kids didn't even get them. You know, right, Mimi? Oops. Sorry, I forgot to turn my ringer off. Um, but yeah, and it's not just yarn that we're finding, it's things that go with yarn and stuff that's really cool. So they're excited about putting a mystery bag together again. Um, but I kind of wanted to find out what you guys would like to do as our next project to make. You do that too, Bonnie? Yep. Sometimes it's irritating because it's something that I really, really wanted to use, and then I can't remember where I put it. Right, Mimi, they are. That's all right. If they can help me go through it, I'm okay with that. Because I know we had a few different things we talked about, but we never did decide if we wanted to do another project. Hi, Lola. Yep, Thursday during lunch hour, and then Thursday night. So that's something to think about so that we can figure out what to do next. Because I told Paul I didn't want to do anything through Christmas, you know. So now that it's January, we'll start figuring out something to work on. Oh, a poncho. We could definitely do a poncho. Like one of those that has the four squares. Is that the kind you're talking about, Mimi? Yep, Michelle. It's usually stocking stuffers that we put up and then can't find. All right, we can do that. And then hi Angela. Somebody said the other day about socks. So I don't think we're going to get to that right at first, but so I do have socks on the list of things to try and make. I know knitted socks are a lot better than crocheted socks, but I think we could do it. Hi, Kirsten. Oh my gosh, you misplaced a whole pair of boots. Well, I guess I can't say anything because I couldn't find my winter boots this year. And I know they're here, but I thought I was the only one that did things like that. Oh, right. Did anybody get the crochet of the month from Mary Maxim this month? I got it, and it is slippers. And it's different slippers than the last one I got. because the last one I got, it kind of reminded me of socks, where this one is just goes over your foot, and then it has like it looks like a collar around your ankle. Hi, Sally. Yeah, so we could do slippers. I tried the ones that look like socks and I couldn't get it. I don't know why. I just could not get it to work out. So I do want to try that again, but Mimi, the yarn for the Mary Maxim ones are thick. Yep, they are. And I brought mine up here. I thought anyway. Maybe I didn't. I'll bring it on tonight and show you. But the old kit that I got from there, it was like puzzle yarn, so it was even thicker. So yeah, we could definitely do slippers too. Hi Carrie. All right, putting slippers down. I also found a orange furls hook. Not sure how I lost that, but we did find that. So I'll probably be putting that in a giveaway sometime soon. There was one other thing I wanted to find out. Oh, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on these weather blankets, and I see now Michi's doing one about how many subscribers or members she has or something. Does anybody do those blankets? Because I'm wondering, there's a few different things you have to do first, like pick colors and stitches and that kind of stuff. Oh, you did, Kendra? A dusting? Yeah, it's just rainy and cold here. I could do without the rain for sure. Woohoo, Dee's done with the mail finally. They hated doing the temperature blankets. Sally said she'd never do it again. So that's kind of what I was wondering. I really, really want to make myself a blanket for my bed. I have never made one that big. I just don't know what pattern would be a good pattern to follow, or do it out of squares. I mean, I have a queen size bed, so I mean it's not one of them king size beds or anything, but Sally, it's a forever whip. It's kind of like the Michi's traveling blanket, isn't it, Michelle? Yeah, I worry about it being way too heavy, and I don't know, just the way it's, to have it turn out. I don't know if I could pick the right stitches to end You know what I mean? Like if I use a double crochet here and then a V stitch or a shell stitch something, I don't know if I could do it to where I wouldn't end in a half of a stitch or something. Because I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I wasn't good at figuring out 6 plus 2 or things like that. I still ain't. Bonnie, yours is the second one is the 12 squares, and you don't have them together. Now I didn't hear about a temperature blanket done in squares. That might not be so bad. Hi, Bridget. A temperature scarf would be cool, Kendra. Yep. Oh wow, 2 years later. Yeah, it's kind of like that Sophie blanket. I started it years ago, and it's still sitting in a bag. But people say it just takes forever to get them done, and I want to make something that's not going to take forever. But I want it to be different. If that makes any sense. Yeah, you could do a throw blanket too. Hi, Linda. Hope you're doing good today, and your husband. Does your weather change that much, Rebecca, where you're at? The Joyce Trip Around the World by Another Yarn is nice for a bed. Gives you the look of squares without having to see together. Joyce Trip Around the World. I will look into that. No, I would not want to sew little tiny squares together. Nope. To do the squares with me, I would probably have to um, figure out the range of the weather for that month or something. Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, that's something we can talk about if we want to try it, but we don't have to. I just kind of wondering what everybody's thoughts were on that. Um, but I know I really do want to make a queen size blanket at some point. Oh wow, Mimi, the one lady that finished before everyone, and she was given the pig. It was over $200 in the bank. Oh, Sally, that sounds really pretty, but see that I just don't know if I can do all that. I mean, I guess you got all year to do it. It was only a 2 week. Oh wow, I must have missed something here. temperature snakes for your niece and for her niece and nephew. That's kind of a neat idea. Could you join as you go, Sally, or do you have to wait and do it at the end? Because it does sound very pretty. Paula is all right. She just had a checkup appointment with her doctor today. You know, they don't stay open after hours for any of us that need to go later in the day. I hate early doctor's appointments. TL Yarn has the square temperature blanket. All right, I'm going to just have to look into a few of these to see if it's something that we could do. I just can't get moving that early. Meaning my back just won't allow it. You know, especially and my specialist, like my heart specialist and stuff, I have to drive an hour to get there. So I mean, I guess it'd be different if someone was driving me and I could relax, but it takes an hour for my morphine to kick in the morning before I can even function. Linda, a temperature blanket is where you pick out colors and you see what the temperature is for each day, and that number give it a color, and then that's the color you choose for that row for the day. Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad probably if my doctors were close. I could see that, Linda, getting behind during the summer. Well, and during the summer, you don't really like making blankets because it gets too hot. But I mean, I guess you could just write the information down and then on a rainy day, you know, work on it. It's not something you have to do every day, but to keep up, I would assume, you know, I've not made one, so I don't know for sure, but I would assume that it would be best to do your row each day. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people that get up early no matter what, but I'm up most of the night with the baby, so my sleeping right now is during the morning. We did finally find some medicine for her teething that's working. It's all natural products, and you don't even rub it on her gums. It's just liquid medicine you give her. So the things they come up with anymore is crazy. Oh wow, 18 minutes to the closest grocery store. Yeah, Linda, each row is a different color, and something about you do different stitches, but I'm not sure what that's all about. Yeah, for sure, Mimi. Bonnie said, I picked my daughter's 30th birthday year for the blankets.
Dave has an appointment at 2:45, but he doesn't have anything that I can take her to until next Thursday.
All right.
So do you want to do today or Monday?
Probably today.
And then get her ears checked and her bones checked.
Yeah. I think Karma's getting an ear infection on top of the teething. She's had it very rough with her teething, Mimi. I never went through that with my kids. Oh my gosh. But this new medicine, my oldest daughter found it at Walmart, and man alive. Nothing worse than having the baby cry and you can't help her, because you don't know exactly where it's at. I mean, it's in her gums, but is it the bottom? Is it the top? Is it the side? But at least now she's sleeping. We give her that medicine and it does help her sleep. So it got pretty rough there for a while. Me and Kaylin was both like drained. All right, so does anybody know what the deal is with the stitches on the temperature blanket? Right, Linda? If they can only talk. It just makes me wonder if she's going to get more than one tooth in at a time. Right, Mimi? Her ear's not red. She's not been running a fever. She doesn't tug at her ears. She just kind of rubs them. Once in a while, she'll just rub it. So I told Kayla, I said, let's just make her an appointment and see if we can catch it early. All right, Michelle says you pick your stitch, you assign a color for each temperature range, like 90 to 99 is red, 80 to 89 is green, etc. You pick the colors and the ranges. So really, you make it as big as you want it, right, Michelle? Yeah, Kendra, that it would be nice to get them a bunch in at once, for sure. And Bonnie, you just did single crochet so that it wasn't too long. All right, and Michelle says it's a totally customizable blanket. And I mean, that's something that you could work on all year long. Yeah. So it's not something that you got to be in a rush for or anything. Oh, wow, at 4 months. See, Karma started her teeth in late 3 month, early 4 month. And I was like, isn't this early? But I don't, I know there's some kids that the tooth comes down, goes back up, comes down, goes back up. And I thought, oh my gosh, I hope that's not what she's going to go through. We knew what you meant, Mimi. Yeah, a whole blanket and single crochet. Right, Linda. Yikes. All right, Sally, I haven't gotten it yet. All right. I'll keep watching for it, Sally. I don't put negative number in. No, I don't put negative number because we don't get that cold. Some people would put in triple digits because it doesn't get that hot. Hi, Ivy. Turns out I made it into 2023, not 2021. But anyway, it's a love of work. It might just take a minute to come through, Sally, if it's the picture. All right, I'm not seeing it. Seems like internet has been acting silly lately. Oh yeah, it's stuck. It means that usually means you have something else trying to go out and it's not getting completed yet. But I still, I still want to do the bag giveaways that I got, so that we could put things on the bags for this year. And I have a few special hooks for giveaways this year. And Marilee picked out a bunch of Vera Bradley bags to put in her giveaways this year. Oh, yes, please, Michelle. Can you do the voice to text, Michelle, where you, I mean, I don't know what you're using for the, to be on here, but like a phone, you can talk and then it will type what you're saying. But please be careful. You don't want to end up hurting it worse. But we've been working on a few cool things to do this year, so I'm hoping you guys like it. And maybe I was surprised that I didn't have as many H hook or 5mm. I found 2. I hope I hid them for myself. Michelle, if you're on your phone, you just, at the right underneath the little text window, there's a microphone. You just click the microphone and then you can talk and it will type what you're saying. Hopefully you can get that figured out, because that'll help your wrist a lot. All right, let's see. Oh, Sally, it came through. All right, here's Sally's temperature blanket. Oh, wow, Sally. That looks like a lot of work. And each square represents what, Sally, on yours? Hi, Lexi. I'm going to zoom in so that everybody can see them really pretty flowers. Yes, Bridget, I agree. Proofread before you hit send. Yeah. Yep, Sally, that's gorgeous. And now that's a temperature blanket. You picked out beautiful colors to use and everything. It has 4x4 squares and fits love seat. Each square represents a high-low temp for the week. 104 squares. Well, that wouldn't be bad. The center and then the flower, is that how you do that? The center is for one and the flowers for the other. Hi, Gwen. We're showing Sally's temperature blanket she made in 2023. All right, she sent me a couple other too. Let me see what's in them. Okay, she must have just sent 2 emails because the one got stuck. But all right, Sally, so explain to us. They're 4x4 squares. And each square represents a high-low temp for the week. So it comes out to 104 squares. All right. Oh, all right. Petals are the temperature, so each week I made 2 squares. No blocking. So each week you made 2 squares. So you made one for the high temperature and one for the low temperature. It's not in one each in one square, right, Sally? One square was the high, the next was the low. Average for the week. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it turned out really, really pretty. You must live somewhere where the temperature stays pretty close to the same, except for a couple days there. Yeah, I seen some ladies were doing it a different color for temperatures and a different stitch. So I mean that had to just that would have drove me crazy. The blue flowers is the snow weather. Oh, Gwen was asking the four blue flowers, is that the snow weather? And Sally said um, that would represent freezing temperatures in Minnesota. Wow. I would have thought you'd have a whole lot more of the blue flowers being in Minnesota, Sally. You must have had a pretty decent year that year. And now that you showed us that, though, is that the one you said you would never do again, Sally? A rather mild year. I say because by the looks, from what we see, it looks like Minnesota and Michigan are pretty cold and lots of snow. Yeah, Zoila, I liked that too. That gave it a good touch. Bonnie, I did every single day with a single crochet for the high temperature. It's a forever whip. I could see that. You could add each year to it, couldn't you? How big is it altogether, Sally? Well, that's good. And Bonnie, how big did you make yours? Do you have a picture of it by chance, Bonnie? Oh, you made two blankets, one with the high temps and one with the low temps. And Sally, was it your idea to do the petals, the flower petals for yours? I wonder if one of us could come up with a idea to do something like that. That's not going to make it real heavy. It's not going to make it so that we hate doing it. You know what I mean? Something fun. Hi, Denise Lee. Yeah, I haven't done a complete Afghan in single crochet since I first started crocheting. No problem, D. It's approximately 65 by 36. Yes, my design. Wow. That's awesome, Sally. I really love the idea that you come up with. And you're right. You could add the next year to it and just keep going. I couldn't now, Linda, for sure. I could not. But when I first started to crochet, I did. Rebecca, I think the tips here are the same. I would have to really work hard at doing an average. Yeah, Zoila, Sally's blanket is like one of a kind for sure. And I think it's gorgeous. It's really pretty. All right, well, that's something that I guess we can look into. If anybody wants to think of different things we could, different designs and stuff that we could do. But we're for sure doing the tutorial of the Centro to make the hats. And then we got a list of a poncho or slippers and socks later on. But and I'm going to check out that Joy's trip around the world Afghan. The NOAA for your temps. Okay. That's good to know too, Sally. For sure. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess I'm gonna call it a day. I got to get dressed. I now have to take Karma to the doctor, and we want to at least have him look at her ears to make sure she's not getting a bad ear infection. And Kaylin has to go to work, so don't forget Dee's live at 6 p.m. and then I come back at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Okay, Michelle, thank you so much. I'm definitely going to look into it. But we'll see everybody later tonight, and have a good day. The squares were fun. It's putting them together that was the hard to do. Thank you, Mimi. I will. All right. Everybody have a good day. See you tonight. Love you. Bye.